So, with the prevalence of autism in this country, we're finding that it's one person in every 100, and that seems quite a lot. However, in America, it's one in every 68 people, and I think we need to look at why that difference might be. In this country, when you get a diagnosis with autism, you're looking to understand the condition, get some support for your condition, and just really make sure that your family is set up and understands what's happening. In America, I think there's much more emphasis on getting the diagnosis because there's that important insurance factor in America that we don't have here. The NHS is here for us, but in America, if you don't get a diagnosis with autism, then you don't get any support whatsoever. And I think there is a more of a push over there from the insurance point of view to get a diagnosis and therefore some services. I think maybe we will go and we will see that our prevalence increases along the lines with America as we become more aware of the needs of people with autism and the need to get a diagnosis so that you can get all of your different needs met. Okay, so we've been pushing for diagnosis in this country, and I think that's really important that people get a diagnosis. But now and in the future, what I think is going to be really important is the services after diagnosis. What happens? How do families get information and support, and how do people understand autism once they've got that diagnosis? I really think that's the next thing that we ought to look at in this country. Okay, so for my vision of the future for people with autism, I mean, it could be just so spectacular. I think there's two aspects for me. One is the individual level. Can society really support, really get to know, really understand autism and make the world a better place for people with autism? And then there's the second thing is technology. We've made so many advances recently, and we just don't know what's going to happen in the future. We've done some imaging of the brain, and we've actually shown that people with autism use more of their brain when they are thinking and processing information. And if we know that now, what are we going to find out in the future? They're just endless possibilities, and I really think it's a bright future.